Hello everyone, what is going on and welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. Thanks for tuning in, hopefully you're all doing very well. Today we are back and hopefully we're here for 4 matches. I want to try and get all of this month out of the way, which means we've got Hoffenheim up first, Milan, Cologne, and then to finish the day will be RB Leipzig. So yeah, that's the plan of action, and we'll see how far we get through the month of October. But thank you for the support yesterday, as always. You smashed the like target. I knew you would. You lot are legends. So let's get started then with the episode, because the more I ramble, the less time we'll have. So let's not do that today. And it's, as I said, Hoffenheim up first, and we have a visit from them. They're 7th currently in the Bundesliga. But for us, it's just about keeping the pace with the 2 at the top, who have allowed us a way back in now to trying to reclaim our top spot. Only 2 points behind Schalke, just a single behind Hertha Berlin. We won't talk about Bayern. We don't need to worry about them. They are so far off the pace. It's actually not funny. But the 2 sides then, Berkey lines up against his former club in net for Hoffenheim, which, yeah, watch him have like an unreal performance just because he's playing against us. But the rest of that Hoffenheim side is not terrible, but it's a side that we should be beating. And how good was Sancho last time out? I mean, if he does that today, we'll be in for another really good episode. Imagine when Haaland actually finds his form again. I know he started the season off all right and he was scoring, 4 in 4? But then last episode he was quiet and he's had a couple of performances that were unlike him. So when he gets going as well, the goals will start flowing. But let's see what our first match brings. All of the pre-match build-up here was around the 2 goalkeepers. Berkey leaving in search of more first-team opportunities, having shared the points last season with Soria. And that then means that Soria's just sort of automatically become Dortmund's number 1. So, yeah, it's all about the 2 goalkeepers here. But neither one called into action just yet. 2 minutes to go until half-time. And all the talk was around the 2 goalkeepers. Neither one's made a save yet in this first half. Here is Eriksson looking to change that as he will find us here back on the left foot. Can we find the shot? We can, and Berkey will save it. Wasn't my finest finish at all, but it's at least a shot on target here from the first half. But yeah, quite disappointing from us. I mean, we've had most of the possession, but just not found a way through this resilient backline yet. There's the cross into the middle from the corner. Klosterman challenging, but seems to have made a foul in the box, which will give away a free kick. Meanwhile, Hertha Berlin are 3 to the good, which means they'll claim top spot, even if it is just for a day, as Schalke not playing at the same time. Sancho gets a lucky break here as he's on goal, and Berkey's out very quickly. And the angle was tight, but Sancho will feel he should have done better. It was a massive chance considering how we've played in this game thus far. It broke very kindly for him, but he just didn't quite have the finish. Here he is again though, Jadon Sancho, now after Haaland. Haaland seeking a pass forward and giving the ball away, and Hoffenheim are relieved that that didn't end up being 1-0 Dortmund. 6 minutes of normal time remaining, plus injury time for Dortmund to try and find their way in front in the game, as right now Hertha Berlin are 6-0 up in their match. Why is Eriksson there not gone out wide to Palacios? That's one of the reasons we haven't scored so far, because our decisions in the final third have been poor, to say the very least. I mean, Eriksson should be playing that all day long out wide to the right. Instead, cuts back and ends up giving it away cheaply. So, yeah, not a good performance from Dortmund's midfield so far today. I mean, again, you can see he's not quite sure what he wants to do with the ball, Christian Eriksen. Haaland off to Sancho, gets it back from him as well. And now we are approaching the injury time, and still Hoffenheim sitting behind the ball. Haaland with the ball forward. It's now or never for Borussia Dortmund. Eriksson to our right. What can he do? I mean, he tried to shift it and get it back. Haaland will play it through. The angle's a bit tight. Berkey palms it back. Haaland's there again. But it's not quite falling for Dortmund, and it's cleared away, and there's full time. Dortmund held by Hoffenheim. 0-0 in the first match of the day. I've got to say, incredibly frustrated with that, because they didn't even have a shot on target. They just sat behind the ball and looked to frustrate us, and it worked. And just to show you as well, there you go, match facts. More possession, 5 shots, 4 on target. Hoffenheim had none. It was one of those games where we weren't our best and they just sat to frustrate us. And there you go, confirmation as well of that 6-0 win for Hertha Berlin. Unreal stuff from them, which I think puts them top for now, depending on the Schalke game, which I actually thought that Schalke were playing at a different time to us, but I was wrong. They played Leverkusen at the exact same time, which means Hertha are now top of the Bundesliga. So there you go. Yeah, Schalke dropping points. We stay 2 behind them, but now crucially 3 away from Hertha, who have a 17 goal difference, with that match really helping in terms of that. But we have a bit of a break from Bundesliga action as we face Milan in the third group stage match. Milan go with a 4-2-3-1. Donnarumma starts in goal. Hernandez, Rogani, Eric Dyer and Celik as the back four. Zaha, Herrera, Benassa and Porchu in the midfield with Evander and Martinez as the front two. And from the San Siro, need a better display than we saw against Hoffenheim. Got to start the game strongly if possible. Throwing quite deep into Milan's half here for Borussia Dortmund. Can just about gets that ball back to us. Now Eriksen, off to Jovic, back to Eriksen. Can, through to Haaland! Much better! And Dortmund have scored. It's 1-0 here. And he's finally back in the goals, Erling Haaland. I say finally. It's like you go at a game without a goal. It feels like such a long time for that man. But yeah, and as much as we've had a pretty frustrating start to today's episode, at least we're in front here. And hopefully now with that goal going in, maybe that'll give us some confidence that we need. As Evander is so close to making it Milan 1, Dortmund 1. Sliced across the ball with his left foot. And that's what takes it away from goal. Maybe Soria has it covered anyway, so yeah, not to worry there. It looked like Soria had the shot covered, but even so, it was close. Another goal just before half-time would be delightful for us. Can we find it, though? Quick fire 1-2 with Can. Now to Sancho, off to Haaland. Haaland keeps his composure to slide that one through. We're on the left foot, and surely it is. Dortmund double their advantage. And it will be us heading into the break, 2-0 in front. I mean, there's a little bit of fortune with the way that Haaland's passed through. Bounces kindly for us, but then after that, the composure to pull it back on our favoured left side. It actually goes through the legs of Eric Dyer on the way through. And then Donnarumma, it's just so close to him that he can't make the save, even though it's not in the corner. This is a strong press here from Milan, but we played our way through it brilliantly. And this is where they're outnumbered now. Sancho carries forward. Sancho, can he play the ball through? Of course he can. It's lovely football. And there's the finish to add to it. Soon as the second half got underway, I've got absolutely no idea where Milan was going. They just sent everybody forward to try and win it in a deeper area. And we broke. Sancho picks the right pass. I thought I messed it up with the ball roll. I won't lie. Yeah, here I was like, I don't know what I've just done. But it kind of opened the angle, and then at that point, we just about managed to creep it in at the near post. Just to let you know as well, Bayern at the moment don't seem to be having too many troubles in Europe. I don't know how the rest of their games have gone, but they're actually in front at half-time in their Champions League games. So a bit strange to see them struggling so much in the Bundesliga, but winning as things stand in the Champions League. I'm saying this, they might even be bottom of the Champions League group. I don't actually know. Gotta say as well, after the performance against Hoffenheim, I did not expect that we'd come to the San Siro and be 3-0 up against AC Milan. And whilst I salute their decision to try and play a press as we try to play an offside trap, which worked brilliantly, I salute their attempt at the press, but it caused them no ends of problems on the counter-attack. So if you're going to press that high, you've got to win the ball back. Otherwise, that's what happens. Yeah, strange start today. I've got to say that for sure. And now we're actually breaking away for goal number 4. Eric Dyer's never going to keep up with us. And to our left is Erling Haaland, selflessly across. Dortmund make it 4. What is happening? Haaland's just fallen over. Yeah. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? How on earth can we look so lacklustre against Hoffenheim, then come into the Champions League, away at the San Siro, and be 4-0 up against Milan? The remarkable thing right now as well is that it looks like, from our 3 matches against all our opponents in the Champions League, the side that I'd said that we'd have the easiest game against in BSC Young Boys are the only team to have taken points off us in this Champions League group. It's funny how things work out, really. But how different a game this could have been had Evander's very close effort in the first half ended up in the back of the net. Haaland on a hat-trick right now, but finds Eriksen instead. Eriksen looking to open up an angle for himself. Theo Hernandez wins it back, and I can't win it with the sliding challenge. Herrera takes this forward. Haaland is there to win it, but between the two of us, we've just got in each other's way and given it straight back. Here is Evander on the turn, and no way through yet for Milan, though, to find what would be a consolation. That's not really a tackle, is it? I just basically threw Martinez to the ground and said, give me the ball back, which rightfully is a free kick. The referee brings this game to a close here at the San Siro, and it's finished Dortmund 4, Milan 0. Don't know how, but considering the start we had, that's a stark contrast, and I'm all for it. I mean, already this season, 29 goal contributions in 17 matches. That is some stat, right? And we play against 14th place Cologne. So I'd say we should be winning this, but who knows right now. 8 games in. And let's have a look actually and see what Schalke and Hertha Berlin's games are looking like in their ties. So Schalke have got Fortuna Dusseldorf and they're bottom. Meanwhile, Hertha are playing against Nuremberg and they're 15th. Bayern have climbed themselves up to 12th after a win in the Bundesliga. That's why I said last episode, don't worry about where they are because 2 wins, 3 wins could climb them right back up the table. Still though, 2 sides undefeated, us and Schalke. Admittedly, though, we have drawn more games than I would have liked. 3 already in 8 matches is not ideal. Quick look at the 2 sides then before the game. And as you see, the 2 lineups, Pablo Mari and Jorge Mir as the 2 centre-backs. So a Spanish partnership at the back for Cologne. Lanzini playing in behind Gomez as well. For us, you can see our side there. Eriksson still gets the nod in midfield. I would like to see Weston McKennie starting a game or 2 in there because he's been very good when he's come off the bench. So hopefully the boss will pick him in the near future. But for now, Eriksson keeps his spot. It's only taken 8 minutes and already Hertha are in front. I mean, I had a feeling they beat Nuremberg, but 8 minutes in and they already lead by a goal to 0. João Mario with that goal. So, yeah, looks like they're holding on to top spot for another week. Meanwhile, Dortmund looking for their first chance here. Haaland's ball off to Eriksson. Eriksson through. He's got to go first time. We've hit the post. No! It was such a lovely move as well that deserved the finish at the end of it, man. How did that not go in? And now there's a breakaway for Cologne. Lemperle is trying to create something down the right. He just hasn't got the pace and nobody's there to support. Ref! Free kick! He's bought that. 100% he's bought that. But it will need to be defended for Dortmund then. Please don't give him a goal now. Lanzini's ball in. It's so simple for us to control and we can play our way out. How are we not won the lot? Something is just not clicking for us in the Bundesliga, but half-time elsewhere. Schalke currently drawing and also Hertha still in front. So as much as it's not clicking for us, we've still got to try and find our way in front here. Emre Can across to Correa, who wins his header. And it's just once another story of a side sat defending against us. Haaland through to Sancho, chance. Blocked once, blocked twice. And Sancho can't find a clear shot at goal. 13 minutes left of the 90 here. We've got Correa to our left, but not really much point trying to play him in because he's not got his way through. Here is Jovic. I'm done. I am absolutely done. I cannot believe that Luka Jovic, who is through on goal, has just decided to pass the ball back. I can't explain this episode. We're cursed in the Bundesliga. We really are. And you know what? It's not even competitor mode that's the reason we're not winning these games. It's just our performances. Like, I've got no explanation as to why you would pass the ball backwards when you're literally through on goal. It's the first time you've been able to actually get through as well. Here is Can, and it just kind of spoils it a little bit when we're doing stuff like that. And we've got Jovic again. Well, he's found Sancho this time. Jovic turning on the right foot. And arguably should have given Dortmund a win here. I'm not really, I don't know what I'm doing, I'll be honest. I've lost my head. And 3 minutes to go. All I want is the full-time whistle right now. So we've hit the post. Jovic got through and passed backwards. I mean, how do you win a game like this then? That's the question. Well, you don't. So 0-0 and that is full-time. Yeah. Don't know what to say. All right, well, we finished with RB Leipzig in the Deutsche Pokal, and I'm actually going to turn off the competitor mode for this one just to give us a bit of a break from it. It's getting a little bit tedious seeing players consistently ball roll in the centre of the park when they don't really need to. No one's around them, but it has made it a bit more competitive for us. I guess it's in the name, right? But at the same time, I'm actually kind of still gobsmacked as to what Luka Jovic thought he was doing when he passed the ball back. Really have no idea. I can't let it affect me though because we've got this game coming up. Just to let you know as well, Hertha won and Schalke drew, so Hertha are even further in front now in the Bundesliga. So it looks like this season is not the season to worry about league football. Weston McKennie does start though. I was asking for that in the last match. He starts in CDM and Jovic starts over on the left, but it's a 4-2-2-2 from Leipzig with Daniel Malin and Rian Brewster up front for them. need to make this attack count right here. We've got like a 5-on-4 as Palacios carries forward. Good ball into the middle. And somehow we're able to control it and find the volley to send it into the bottom corner. I have absolutely no idea how we controlled that, because that was unreal. And it's going to show us that stupid angle where it kind of, yeah, like this. Can't really explain it. I don't know what this angle is. But in any case, Dortmund take the lead, and we had to make that count. As I said, we were like 5-on-4 on the counter. If we hadn't have scored that, you got to raise serious questions about our fluidity in attack. Klosterman has picked out a pass here, which Eriksen's onside. And it's 2 to Dortmund. What a ball from Klosterman. We got slightly fortunate when the ball kind of bounces down after a ricochet. But Eriksen, in acres of space, no offside flag, pulls it across. There's Haaland 2-0 Dortmund, it looks like. We're heading through to the third round of the Deutsche Pokal. And we've not really had to do a lot to get the goals, to be fair. Nice ball here from Daniel Malan to Goncalves. Goncalves gets his shot away, which in the end is straight at David Soria. It's the first chance for Leipzig in this game thus far, though. And that's a brilliant flick on from Erling Haaland as we drive Dortmund forward. Sancho to our right. Well, I was running out of pace. I wanted to take it further forward to be able to pull the ball across for an easy tap-in. And then I realised that I didn't have the stamina nor the pace to actually get through. So by that time, the pass was very bad from me. But I have asked to be substituted, so the next time the ball goes out of the field of play, it will be the end of my game with one mind on a rest, because I've played pretty much every game, I think, for Dortmund so far this new season. So I need a bit of a rest, you could say, as Dani Olmo's ball to De La Cruz. Leipzig have not offered anything, really, in the attacking sense, much like most of the sides today. So it's not like we've had to defend all that much. It's just the Bundesliga games where we've been mightily frustrating in, as Haaland's first touch is too far forward. Still yet to be substituted, though, as Sancho driving us forward. He's got a couple of options in the middle. We are one of them. And we do get our goal before we leave the field of play. It was a Dortmund counter-attack. I'm trying to celebrate with Sancho here, but the game is just having none of it. 14 minutes left. That'll be Dortmund through. And our last contribution is to put the ball into the net. Selflessly across from Sancho. First time. Wait a minute. What am I about? We scored the first goal of the game, so that's not our first. Yeah, that's our second. And we'll go ahead and watch the rest of this play out. As much as I don't think there's any chance we throw this away. Oh, what is that? Where on earth has their defenders just gone? It's 4. Mariano had an option as well to just play the easy pass, but instead he finishes it nicely into the bottom corner. But I need to see this again. Leipzig just... There's a massive, massive gap that opens up, and I'm not sure how. I mean, I was actually watching the screen, but I didn't see it until the pass had gone through from Eriksen, and we don't even get a replay of it. Maybe you guys saw it just before. But Dortmund hit Leipzig then 4-4, and with 2 minutes left, I may as well stay with you for the rest of this game. And it's a weird episode, because as much as we've beaten Milan 4-0, we've now essentially beat Leipzig 4-0, unless they score or we get another. I actually feel like we haven't played that well because of the 2 Bundesliga matches. So it's a weird situation, because we look at those games and think, yeah, we did really well in the 2 that we smashed. But then, where were these performances in the 2 league matches? Nevertheless, that's the end of this one. Let's take a look at the table and all that good stuff before we go. I'll see you in a second. So let's start with our Champions League group then, as we are top by 3 points. Milan and Spurs joint on 4, but it does go on head-to-head record. And BSC Young Boys yet to win a game. The only point they've picked up was against us. In fact, let's have a look at how Bayern are doing, because I said that they were doing all right in Europe, having not actually known if they were. They're top of their group, won all 3 games. So, yeah, maybe Europe is where Bayern shine, much like us, who are having a bit of a tough time of things. In the Bundesliga, where we're 5 behind Hertha Berlin already. We're on 19 points. I mean, I expected teams to maybe give us a bit of a challenge. I didn't expect us to have a bit of a slip away. 5 wins, 4 draws in 9 matches. And as mentioned, it's not down to competitor mode in terms of, like, it has made other teams against us play slightly better, but we've just been off it in the Bundesliga. That really is the case. As we scroll down, you can see how it's looking down the bottom half. But yeah, I want to thank you all for watching. Apologies for the rage today, I guess you could say. It's been one of those days for me. Things have just wound me up a little bit, and certainly our performances in the Bundesliga have not helped. But hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. If you are new around here and like what you see, hit that subscribe button. I just want to look at the moment and see how we're getting on in terms of goals, assists. So 12 and 13, 5 and 4 in the Bundesliga. Haaland has got 6 in 9, I should say, in the Bundesliga. Sancho as well, with 2 in 9. So if you look at, again, the goals and stuff, I mean, that's not good, is it? When 3 players have scored, well, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who scored a goal other than us 3. And the next highest is Intega on 2. That's probably where the problems are lying, right? I know we were a 3-man team as well, essentially, last season, with myself, Haaland and Sancho just sort of running the show. But, yeah, interesting how we find ourselves at the minute. Until next time, stay safe, everyone. Have a great day, have a great evening, and I will catch you all again with another episode very soon. Much love. Adios.